Good morning, everyone. Today I will be talking about getting to know plants and the most interesting part of this chapter, that is the diagrams. So here I will be giving you few tips to draw a neat and a well-labeled diagram, which is the most interesting part of science. So here, starting with the first diagram, that is the types of roots. So here, you already know that there can be two types of root, that is the taproot and the fibrous root. And you have to first draw the main root, and then you have to draw small roots arising from that main root, which you have to label as lateral roots. And yes, of course, you will be writing about the root cap that forms the protective covering on the root, as well as the root hair that increases the surface area of absorption and helps the root to absorb good amount of water and mineral. Moving on to the next diagram, which is about parts of leaf. So once you have drawn using a sharp pencil a good diagram of leaf, it has to be labeled. Okay, so that labeling done is to be straight, and the most important part is the labels that you cover up. So here you will be mentioning about the leaf blade, the leaf margin, lamina, leaf tip. Also, you can write about or you can label about midrib and the margin as well, and the petiole, that is a stalk that attaches the leaf to the stem, and that forms a perfect diagram for leaf. Next is the type of venation. Now, when we are talking about leaves, leaves can be of various varieties, but we classify the venation, the arrangement of veins in over a leaf, into two types, that is parallel and reticulate. So here, first is the diagram for parallel venation, where you can see that the lines are parallel to each other, whereas in the second diagram, you can see that the veins form a net-like pattern. Next important diagram is about root and shoot system. So when we are talking about plant, we should always know how to draw a root and a shoot system, and what are the things, what are the labels that you should write after drawing a neat and a labeled diagram. So in a shoot system, it is very important to label apical or terminal bud, to label fruits, flowers, stem, node, internode, and the axillary bud. And yes, then you have to show the root and the type of root. You can either represent it by writing a taproot, by drawing a taproot, or by drawing a fibrous root and parts of flower, which is the most interesting diagram, and it is, can very much relate it with the flower, which is hibiscus or china rose. So here, when you are drawing a diagram, you have to take care of certain important labels. First of all, you should know that what are the male reproductive parts of a flower. Yes, can be summed up as stamen, and the stamen has two parts as labeled in this diagram, that is anther and filament. Then comes the female reproductive part of the flower, which is the pistil. And this pistil is divided into three parts, that is stigma, style, and ovary. And yes, ovules are present inside the ovary. You also have to label petals, and here you can see a beautiful yellow colored petals of the flower, as well as sepals. That forms the supporting leaves, which are green in color usually. Then you can label receptacle, which is the swollen broad part of the flower, and finally the stalk that attaches the flower to the stem. This forms a perfect diagram for flower. Here I have shown a picture wherein a plant is covered by a polythene. So this is an activity to show transpiration, and that can be represented well with the help of a diagram. And it's a self-explanatory diagram that in the second picture you can see few water droplets over the polythene. That shows that water is evaporating due to the heat of the sun, and that is called transpiration, and that can be seen over the poly cover. Next important diagram is about to show the presence of starch in a leaf. So when a leaf is covered, a certain portion of the leaf is covered, that particular portion will not show presence of starch when tested with iodine, as is shown in the figure. And this diagram is self-explanatory. It is showing that the starch is present where the leaf was uncovered, whereas starch was absent where the leaf was covered with a dark paper.